Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to another amazing edition of Let's Talk 1943, the Business Spotlight edition. I'm your host, Regina Smithwick, and today we have a special guest. We have Roland Stewart, and he's going to tell you about his amazing location that I go to as well, and I love it. So we're going to get more into that, and then we'll go ahead and introduce him. So, like I always say, you ready? Let's talk. All right, we're back. I just wanted to say that I just wanted to you to know that we are having an interview with Roland Stewart, and Roland has an amazing location that's in Ayden, North Carolina, and he's going to kind of tell you about that. But first, I would like to say thank you for coming on, Roland.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem at all. So, um, the location, and I just wanted you to know I frequently go there. So let's talk about it. So let's talk about first of all the name of your location and why. Why did you decide to open up this location?
Well, it's called Spill the Beans Wine and Coffee, located in Ayden, North Carolina, 4282 Lee Street, Ayden, North Carolina. Why did I open? I wanted to give them something that they didn't have. And I've always wanted to open a lounge and a place where everybody can go, no separation amongst the community. So I opened this place.
Yeah. So when I get to say, with my experience going there, it's so laid back and it's so welcoming, and you are an expert of wines and combinations. Like I didn't know you could do that with wines. I didn't know you could combine wines and make a whole nother wine. But I like the way that you talk to your clients, I would call them, or your customers, and how you kind of educate us as well. So tell us a little bit about how you do that.
But since I only sell wine, I wanted to be able to get my folks that drink liquor,
Hmm.
not switch them over to wine, but have them have the same feeling and sort of the same taste, but it's wine and not, uh, you know, white liquor or brown liquor, anything like that.
Hmm.
It's actually still wine. So
Hmm.
I came up with wine cocktail. I didn't come up with them, but I made up my own wine cocktails and figured out what I can mix together and what I shouldn't mix together. And so you have the experience of drinking a mixed drink as well as drinking wine.
Yeah.
So, because, in the areas, it's the biggest reason I came is because most men in the area don't drink wine. So I had to figure out a way to have something for them besides beer. Um,
But to kind of open up the taste palettes, right?
right. So um, I came up with these different wine cocktails, and it's been doing pretty good. A lot of men like them. I have them where they can be sweet. I can have them where they can be a little bit bitter. It just
Mhm.
depends on what they normally drink. Is what
Mhm.
I recommend for them to what cocktail to get. To give them that same experience.
And that's what I like. That's why I like, because you do that. You kind of ask these questions I never thought of. I'm like, I don't know. I like sweet. Like, okay, I got you. And then you go over there and make up this little concoction and come back and be like, okay, here, try that. But I like that because you don't have to know but so much about wine. You could just say, what is your taste palette? You like sweet? You like too sweet? Less. Remember, we were going back and forth with the
Right.
sweetness. Like, I like sweet, but I don't want it really, really sweet. But
Exactly.
yeah, when it's sweet, and you knew exactly what I was saying.
And a little kick at the same breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I would like to tell people, when you go here, you don't have to know a lot about wine. Just kind of give him an idea, and he really knows what he's doing. He'll fix up something and give it to you and give you a taste. And you usually go, okay, give me a glass. I'll take that.
Excuse me for squinting, but the picture is small. I don't have glasses on. So.
All right, don't tell your age. Don't tell your age now. Don't tell your age. So tell us your week and what the specials are, the names of your days that you have. You have like nice creative names for your days.
Yeah, so I actually just changed my time, opening days and time wise.
Mm-hmm.
Now I open at 2 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday through Thursday, I'm open from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Uh, Fridays and Saturdays, I'm open from 4 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I'm open every other Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Tuesdays, it's just a regular Tuesday day. Wednesdays, $1 off of everything. Thursdays is red water Thursdays. So all red dry wines are $2 off. Friday is Moscato Friday. So all Moscatos are $2 off. Sometimes it's three, but majority of the time it's $2 off.
Mm-hmm.
And Saturdays are sexy Saturdays. So all the dry white wines are $2 off. And on Sundays, I have it's $5 mimosas, and I don't give you all a whole bunch of orange juice. You get your nice good portion of champagne with the orange juice, and I have different flavors of mimosas. You know, I have unique glasses, so I use different glasses for different drinks. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. It is. So Ayden. Ayden is a small town outside of Greenville, North Carolina. And how's Ayden been open to? I think they probably enjoy you. How they been open to your business being there?
It has been extremely cool. When I moved here, I didn't know anybody, so I only knew one person. So pretty much all my customers came from Facebook.
Mhm.
So it took them a long time to peek their head in the door. So I had to start kind of just peeking my head indoors to meet
Mhm.
people in a sense in different businesses around here. Um, the great thing is I have a good variety of wine,
Mhm.
and it's not typical. So probably 95 to 97% of the wines I sell, you won't find in most grocery stores.
Mhm.
Um, so that has brought out the real wine drinkers in the area. When I first moved here, everybody liked sweet wine, and I had all this red dry wine. I would nobody buy it. So I don't know. I was open one day. I actually wasn't open. I was just in the building, and a couple came past, and I just let them come in,
Mhm.
and they were so amazed at my red wine. Then they started telling their friends.
Oh.
So that's how my red wine selection started to pick up. What I do like about it is, so Ayden is like I've told 50-50 as far as black and white,
Mhm.
and I'm from DC, so I'm used to everybody going everywhere.
Diversity,
I'm
right?
used to one race go this place, another race go that place, and they
Mhm.
be in the same vicinity. So I made sure that I was inviting to everybody, and so my crowd is pretty much almost 50-50, not
Okay.
quite 50-50. When you come in here, if you don't if you don't know anybody when you're in here, by the time you leave, you'll all be exchanging Facebook names or phone numbers, giving each other a hug. It's just that type of environment.
It is,
Um,
and I could vouch for that because I
um,
ended up networking while I was there as well.
yeah, so that's what I love about it. Giving a place for everybody to come to, and one of the reasons why I chose Ayden, besides my cousin and his friend own this building,
Mhm.
it's in between Kinston, Grifton, Winterville, and Greenville,
Mhm.
versus outside Greenville or outside Kinston. So it's in
Mhm.
between where everybody from both sides can come. You know what I mean?
Good point. Yeah, two
Um,
sides. Yeah.
so the biggest thing is just uh, kind of educating people on the wines, and like some of the people like you like Moscato.
Yep. That's me.
So I have transition wines where I try to, because it's good to move around a little bit in wine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, instead of staying in one place all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I have transition wines like a sweet red Shiraz. It's a South African wine. And I
Mm.
normally use that for people like yourself to get you to come over a little bit just to try the red wine. One for one reason, it's cool. It's chill. So when you drink red wine cold, it's kind of a
Mm-hmm.
different feeling than it is when it's room temperature.
Mm.
But it's also sweet. So you know you can kind of go on one side and come back and go back and forth.
Mm.
Uh,
But you know, you got me now. So you know, when I come there Saturday, that's what I'm gonna do. So just get it
yeah,
ready.
yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, yeah. It's really actually because Saturday I'm actually having a networking event at his location because the atmosphere is so amazing. I don't know if I could describe this, but I'm from New York. It gives me that feeling, like that metro feeling, like a city kind of feeling, because it's kind of like artistic, it's quaint, it's intimate, and it's vibing because you know the music you play is amazing. You know, I hear the
Thank you.
DC and the music. You know that you know, nice, soothing music, and you can hear yourself talk.
Right.
And yet the music is good enough and loud enough for you to enjoy it, but it's not overtaking the conversation. So
Mhm.
you're able to talk and vibe and network and lay back because the location usually could fit what you said about 30 or less, no more than 30
Yeah.
people.
Hmm.
So
I like to
imagine
keep it. I like to keep it around 22 to 25, just so everybody could,
spread
you know.
out.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But I rearranged the back, so it used to be where you can only seat like 4 or 5 people.
Hmm.
Now you can get at least 8 to 9 in the back. Um,
Hmm.
I changed. I have a lot of seating, but a lot of people love to get in the middle. Um, but it's it's a cool spot. I did everything myself. No woman helped decorate it.
We can't take no crowd
Right,
credit for
right, right.
it.
You can't deny it. And I don't have anything against Moscato drinkers. I have a very nice selection of quality Moscatos,
Mhm.
and the alcohol percentage range between 5% to 11.5%. Um,
It's
um,
good to know.
yes, my majority of my wines from like Spain, Italy, South Africa, Portugal, France, a few Californians, not a lot. Um, Majority of my wines come from boutique wineries,
Hmm.
so they don't have as many preservatives and additives in their wines because it doesn't have to have a long shelf life. Because they
Hmm.
majority of them don't go in supermarkets.
Hmm.
So that's a great thing. I'm always switching up wines. I mean, I keep my hitters, you know what I mean.
Hmm.
But I'm always finding new wines to have in the lounge. Um, I mean, it's just cool, you know what I mean. It's you can meet somebody, you can network, you just have a conversation. You know,
Yeah.
they say the bartender is a what is that? A therapist sometimes.
Yep. Yep.
I ain't go to school for it, but you know, I'm all right.
Look, I heard you heard the share stories, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let me just throw something at you. So for some people, it's the beginning of the year. You know, people still love their wines, but they want to kind of watch their sugar intake, but they like sweet wines. So do you have something that's like that middle ground that you can still get your sweet wine, but don't have too much sugar?
Well, so the higher the alcohol content is the lower the sugar count.
Gotcha.
But I would say a red wine is probably uh, has the least amount of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the South African Shiraz would be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And I make wine cocktails also with dry red wines.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can have that. It won't really be sweet, but I can make it kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just with it's not so much of the wine I'm using is sweet. You know, I just might add something to it to give it a little sweetness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some grenadine or something like that.
Yeah, something that's to sweeten up the red.
Right,
The
just sweeten it up a little bit, but you're still
mm-hmm.
pretty much drinking a good red wine, dry wine with low sugar count. And even like I have a Moscato that is 11.5% alcohol content, which it has a hint of sweetness, but it's not real sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have a lot of sugar because it has high alcohol content.
Gotcha.
So the lower the alcohol content and the sweeter it most likely is, the higher sugar content. But that's the reason why I sell quality Moscatos versus, your typical, I ain't gonna say the names of them, but
No,
typical
right.
ones people go
The
scream about
street, the
all the time that you
supermarket.
get at Walmart
Mm-hmm.
or Food Line. So it's just about picking a quality wine and pretty much knowing what you're serving to people. You know, I'm not an expert, but I do know enough. And I kind of educate myself on what I am selling.
Mm-hmm.
So I can kind of guide them in the right way, right direction. I would
Right.
say, just come in, and let me figure out what I can find that fits them and make that their drink.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and put your information here on the bottom. So if you're interested in just knowing a little bit more about the location, or do like I'm doing, I actually have an event that I have people coming to meet there and just hang out and stuff. So if you're interested in doing that, let him know in advance. There you go. That's his Gmail account right there. You could do that. And then I wanted to share your flyer as well, because this is one of his flyers he was just discussing about his Fridays. So as you see, $5 all night for Moscato. And so I would definitely recommend this location. This is unique. There's no other location around here that's like this. And like he said, he's in the middle of 4 different cities. So that's a great way for you to come out. You don't have to drive far. And you can come out and stay for a little while, and just go home and at least have some time to enjoy some downtime and just vibe and relax, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That
Yes.
is so good. So, are you able to pan your location?
Am I able to who?
Pan, like go around your location?
Oh, yes, 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 yes.
You can do that?
Let me see. How do you? I'm going to tell my age again. How you turn this thing around?
Yeah, you're about to tell on yourself.
How you turn it around?
It should be a little circle that kind of says like,
Uh, how about this? Can you see?
yes, we can.
Okay.
All right. So this is actually the whole location. That's behind the bar.
Yes.
Very nice and organized.
I have several different types of bottles of wine. Rosés, Chardonnays, Pinot Grigios. This is a real good, fruity South African wine. You can drink it room temperature or chill.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I apologize. Let's see.
No, you doing it. We can see. You can
You can
see. I
see
just want
now?
to pan. Yeah, just go around. Go around the room again, a little slower. I just want them to see the like artistic thing that's got you have going on there. It's really nice.
So some of these things I've made myself. Everything in here comes from anywhere between Little Washington and Jacksonville. Yard sales, antique shops, you name it. I even
So
have my 70s Miller all black pads.
I know. I remember that. I remember that commercial. I'm showing my age now.
Yeah. I don't remember that commercial.
Yeah, I remember. There you go. That's my section right there, y'all. That's my section.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's so nice. Thank you so much for showing, and I really appreciate it. So,
For
but
having me.
I thank you for coming on today. It was great. I will see you on Saturday. Looking
All
forward
right.
to it. And like I said, anyone who just wants to relax and chill and have just a nice, calming atmosphere with someone who's expertise in wines and kind of open up your palate a little bit, get you to try new things, and this is the place to be. So I definitely recommend it. So before we leave out, do you have any last words, Roland?
I just say thank you for having me on here and give me the opportunity to spread the word about Spill the Beans. Hope to see your followers soon. And thank you, Eastern North Carolina.
All right. And on that note, thank you once again for coming on. God bless. Y'all have a beautiful day. Until next time.
Bye bye.